Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Xenoblade Chronicle 2. Well, we are still about to go back to Indol and check up on the ceasefire negotiations, see if the Praetor can settle things down. But before that, I have a few heart-to-hearts that I saw on the different locations that I want to do right now. And of course, give you an update on where I'm standing with updating my party. Well, when I go to the menu, you might probably see that we have Tora back into the mix. That means that I have Poppy Alpha done in a way that I like her, like focused on defending totally. With Poppy QT, I'm still busy tweaking that, and I'm thinking of making her an attacker. I think, based upon past comments, that it might be better just to have an entire party just mixed up of attacker, healers and defenders, so that everybody can do everything and pick up the slack whenever it's needed. It does mean that for the healing abilities with the character that I play as, whoever it is, we do have to be on the ball, that if we see numbers dropping, that we do need to act and switch it up a bit. So right now, the defense skill of Poppy Alpha is good enough for me to roll it back into it. And it took me a long time because I had no more points with Tiger to buy all the new stuff, so I had to grind that to get those, and hoping that I would get something nice while doing that as well. So I had enough for Alpha. I still need to grind some more for QT, and I suck at Tiger, so I get like little tidbits of points thrown at me. Eventually I'll get there, but it will take a little bit. So other than that, I have been trying to get nice rare blades with Zeke. Haven't been so lucky so far, and otherwise I've just been unlocking as many skills of the affinity chart as I can. Like, she's already done, she's waiting to get enough affinity with Zeke so she opens up another level, but with other characters we have gained a bit. Let's see. Like for Pyra, unlocked a few and all the things like that. Like with Wulfric, almost done with his second line. So, because I do think that that's basically where we're gonna get our strength from. Not only do we have to pick the right blade for them, I think it doesn't really matter. I think there's a few characters that fight better with certain types of weapons, which can be a reason why you pick one over the other. And have been trying that out by using the common blade to see how people fight with this weapon and see which one is faster than the other. Because I think later on, when we have like a decent amount of rare blades and we have a full party, I do want to switch up our rare blades by using the ability, the items to pick them over. But I don't want to do it right now because I haven't got all characters. I don't know all of them which weapons they prefer to use, and therefore switching out the blades to accommodate them. And since items are limited, I don't want to do it now and end up with characters using blades that, because I don't have any others to give to them. You know what I mean? So yeah. So like I said, it's an ongoing process. Fighting is going better and better. I'm switching up a bit more, and chain attack, it has saved our lives pretty much. Spike damage still very hard to deal with, but I think with the burst tactic that we used in the previous episode, by just building up our chain gauge and our abilities and then pumping it all out of it, like giving it swear, then instantly going to chain attack, really does help a lot. Because usually with fights like that, the further in the fight you are, the harder the fight gets. So when you're pretty far in, you have everything set up and you do that damage, it does help a lot. But yeah, let's get to our heart-to-hearts.
Wulfric? What big voice about? Seem to be getting very worked up for something. What Wulfric planning?
I want to talk more with others, but everyone is scared of me.
I wonder why.
I am not a scary person. I want them to see that.
Wulfric is kind blade who doesn't even crush ants on path.
Yeah, It's a good idea to talk to people if you want them to understand you.
Maybe talking hard for Wulfric, though. Growling more normal for him.
Yes. Everyone runs from my voice. That is the problem. How can I fix this?
How would you help out that crying child? Well, looks like a senior citizen's in trouble over there. Could you help her? I think the senior citizen may be better, cause if a kid sees you and is scared of you, it might cry the entire town back to him and make him look like a bad person. So let's start with the senior citizen.
Well, looks like a senior citizen's in trouble over there. You could help her.
Very good. Maybe if Wulfric does nice thing for someone, people know Wulfric nice. Tora will tag along.
Yeah.
Are you okay, old lady?
Oh, I've been trying to get back home, but my knees are right done in. My eyes aren't up to much either. If I get a bit out of breath, I can't see a blessed thing.
Oh, madam, let me help you.
Oh, thank you so much, young man. I'm much obliged.
I think because she's old, she doesn't see too well, so she can't see he looks like a freaking alien xenomorph.
Okay to walk?
Yes, I think I can manage that. Oh, what's this here? Funny place to put a rock.
No, that's part of my body.
Oh my! What a burly gent I'm getting walked home by. The neighbors will be talking.
Madam, watch your step.
What the bloody hell's that thing? A bloody monster's what it is.
Oh, sounds like there's a bit of a commotion.
Oh, come on. He might look like that, but he's still a nice blade.
It is nothing. Just some monster.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's get home quick.
Do not worry, madam. I will protect you.
Oh, my hero. I don't doubt it.
This is where you live?
Yes, this is my humble abode. Thank you so much, young man. Will you tell me your name?
I am Wulfric.
Oh, that's a funny name. But thank you, Mr. Wulfric.
Ah, you are most welcome.
You did great there, Wulfric.
Yeah, he did seem so nice, and just because of his appearance, people treat him like a monster. That is not fair if you look at it like that.
A few more good deeds like that, and everyone will know what a nice guy you are.
Yes, I must keep being nice. Keep being kind. Everyone, thank you.
That was sweet. Yeah, I do really like the fact that you can have like heart-to-hearts with the rare blades you unlock, because that makes them more of a personality, more part of the team. And that's why, in the end, you will not use common blades only to unlock idea points and stuff like that. Because if you have rare blades like this with a personality and a side story of their own, why would you want the other things? But yeah, let's unlock another row, which I can work on.
My heart beats faster.
Yes, and another line of super strength for us to go with. Oh, we just have to send him on a merc mission. No, that's no problem. We can definitely do that in between episodes. Speak to a Gormoti 10 times. Shouldn't be too hard as well. This is the only one I have trouble with. I have looked around Uriah, but I can't find poison brogs. Haven't found the Bobel brogs yet. And the last one, pouch item. Those are easy. Those are incredibly easy. All right, easy stuff to work on in between episodes. Yeah. And for now, the other location that I know has a heart-to-heart is in the capital. There it is. Are you gonna be on the roof? I wouldn't be too surprised if this is another
Long
one.
journeys make Tora tired.
Refresh and set off again.
Yes, yes, we know you're tired. How can we get there? Seems a bit windy today.
What have we here?
In my experience,
Alright, I think the biggest part of getting to that heart-to-heart is finding a way to actually get there. I have a feeling it might be on the rooftops. Alright, let me find a way over there and I'll see you when I'm in front of the heart-to-heart. Alright, that took a bit of jumping over things, climbing rooftops and stuff. Don't think I've ever been to this part yet. Let's see whose heart-to-heart it is.
Ah, how Tora missed hot springs. This bring back memories of first time we stay in Moradane.
The water here is great, right? Just melted the weariness away.
I see. So this is where you stayed.
First time I've been here, though. But hang on, is this place unisex?
Sadly, it is not. Our set times for men and women.
Ah, right. That sort of system.
It sounds like Zeke is slightly disappointed.
Too bad for you.
Seems now is right time for men to go bathe. What lads say? We'll go, yes?
What?
Tora, happy to watch everyone's back. All men here, no need to fear nudity.
All men here. No need to fear nudity.
You want all four of us to bathe together?
Of course, yes. Or is there some problem?
No, me and Rex are game, but, Morag,
You three go on ahead. I shall abstain for now.
Doesn't he? Morag is a lady, right? Or am I mistaken? Right?
Morag's so reserved. Come on, all go together.
Is it possible that Tora doesn't know Morag is a woman?
Okay, I was starting to doubt myself there for a little bit.
well, it's not like I could tell a Nop-on woman apart, except from the clothing. And with Morag wearing men's clothes, maybe it's no wonder the little guy got confused. Or maybe he just doesn't really care one way or the other.
Morag, it's okay. Take a moment to breathe, then come with.
I refuse.
Look, Tora understand. Lots of knock-on not like baths too. Maybe Morag afraid Morag drown? But hygiene very important. Have to soak to get nice and clean.
I do like water, and I am not filthy. But on this matter, I will not budge.
Oh, how friend Morag be so stubborn, with hot spring right before eyes? Come on, Morag. Drop clothes like man and jump in hot spring. Tora not have all day.
You know I'm a woman, don't you?
Meh? Meh? Meh, 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 meh? Woman?
Yes, I'm a woman, Tora.
Meh, 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 meh? Rex, Zeke, you know this?
Of course we do.
I mean, at a glance.
Well, for Tora, this discovery of century. Have to tell Poppy and others.
I think everyone knows but you, Tora. I'm sorry.
Well, that's that then, I guess.
My, I did not expect this when I woke up today.
Hey, Morag, how about next time you put on a skirt and some heels?
How about you die in a fire, Zeke?
Deal. I'll take those odds. Rub-a-dub-dub. Into the tub.
Treasure acquired.
Ooh, Overdrive Protocol. One of the few you can get in chests and stuff. Nice. Don't mind getting those, because the more we have, the more I can play around with the rare blades. Just giving them to other people, try them out. Because like I said, I am looking into the weapons and which one works best for others, but you never know if the difference in blade makes a difference in handling that weapon as well. It's a very curious thing, it really is. Alright. Yes, this leads us to the inn. Yeah, when I saw the hot springs during the scene, I read, oh, that's how we got there. Me, I went to the rooftops on the other side and walked over a pipe to get here. I didn't think there was another way than that to get there. Yeah. They put in some effort, definitely. Alright, that's it. Let's continue back to Indol and see how the talks are going.
That was a slog.
Right, and if you guys are interested in how I set up Poppy Alpha and QT, just let me know in the comments, and once I finish up setting up QT, I will just show you which parts I have used. Because I put it in a way that most of it, I can just go from level 3 to level 4 to level 5 whenever I get a technical manual, which, if I ever miss one, just let me know where I missed it, and I will go back and search for it. You don't have to say it is there in that corner, but if I'm going through a dungeon, I've completed it, and it was there, just tell me, you missed it, it's in that dungeon, and I will go and look for it. Because for Poppy, they are extremely important. Because on except for one thing, I gave her all level 3 stuff, because that's how far we can make it. There's only one item that I really like for a defender, and that was Ultimate Shield, which then you hear or read about that, you think, yeah, that's it, you definitely need that. But that's a level 5 thing, I think. Because it sounds way too perfect, so it needs to be one of those max level items. But like I said, if you really want to know what I used for setup, I'll be more than happy to show you at the start of another episode. Alright, let's see. Can we prevent full-out war? Well, as anyone can, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Praetor. Through here is a venue of the Summit of Nations. I must apologize, but entry is forbidden to all but the official representatives of each nation. Well, I guess this is as far as we go. Yes, Bridget and I will proceed to the summit. I'm coming with you. And so are you, Mithra, remember? I guess. I'm not sure I like it, but I suppose I have to play my part in all of this. Rex, you head back to our chambers with the others and wait for us. No problems. Be careful in there, okay, Mithra? Don't worry, I'll handle this just fine. Well, since Haze is no longer there, there's nothing that they can do to stop her.
My deepest thanks to you for agreeing to this ceasefire, Queen Rakura, Emperor Nile.
As I recall from the Assyrian treaty of 350 years ago, the Praetorium was to refrain from intervention in times of war. And yet here you are intervening. But I trust you have a suitable justification, Your Eminence.
Naturally. But first, to ensure impartiality in these negotiations, may I present Nira, acting chairman of the Argentum Trade Guild. Furthermore, representing the Tantalese, His Highness the Crown Prince Ozekairis Brunev Tantal will also be attending.
Zeke's better.
The Crown Prince? The prodigal Prince of Tantal.
Are we not gonna see the peace talks? I'm very interested in that.
What a spectacle! Seems the Praetor has as much clout around here as ever.
Could we not just take them out here and now?
Good point. All the principal nations' heads gathered here? It'd make things easy later.
The way to the World Tree must first be opened. Wiping out mankind is the easy part. We could manage that ourselves.
Even so...
That isn't our only goal, remember? We must wait for the stage to be set.
Is Jin serious about this?
Yeah. I've been wondering that myself.
Oh, he's serious. He always is. He will annihilate mankind, and then... he will kill the architect.
I wonder why so much aggression.
Now, it seems Mor Ardain has been accused of a unilateral breach of treaty in this matter. Emperor Nile, I open the floor to you. Is there anything you wish to say?
While we are still conducting investigations into the cause, it cannot be denied that weaponry belonging to our forces was discharged against Uriah. Regardless of any possible reason and circumstance, we are prepared to offer recompense for this grave offense.
So you want to settle this with money?
We will provide any compensation deemed necessary.
Perhaps I'm misunderstanding. To my ears, it sounds almost as if you mean to imply that the blame for these offenses does not lie with your Majesty at all.
We are investigating. I ask that we not draw any hasty conclusions.
What need is there for investigation? I believe a cause has already been established. There are witnesses.
And that would be?
Come on, speak up, Zeke.
What a preposterous notion. The people you speak of are merely a terrorist group. How could they possibly command that measure of...
It's the truth. I, Ozyclyrus, swear this in the name of King Eulogimenos Tantal.
Can confirm ex-chairman Banner give these people some kind of supplies. Military supplies, methinks, and in great number, yes.
But why would...
What if I were to tell you that the Aegis Malus, who raised the world 5 centuries ago, was involved?
Ridiculous. Everyone knows he disappeared in a blaze of flame.
He's very much alive, believe me. That arsehole, the Aegis, has confronted us in person. And if my word is not enough for you...
Mithra can confirm, as being an Aegis herself.
A blade? But that core crystal...
This is another Aegis, named Mithra. Your Highness has heard of her, surely?
So the rumors that reached us were true. Who is its driver?
If you knew that, I dare say your surprise would be even greater. But that is not the matter we are here to discuss, Your Highness. This is a dire situation.
Well, Zeke is playing the part right.
6 o'clock already. Mithra's been in there for a long time now.
We've just got to trust them. They're dealing with the leaders of whole nations. It's not like there's anything you or me can do to help.
Ugh.
I've noticed something about Malos. He's an Aegis, but you wouldn't know it from how he's fighting. I'm pretty sure he's damaged in some way.
You mean he can't use the full extent of his powers?
The wounds I dealt in our battle long ago may not be completely healed. His end goal is Elysium. He wants to go back to the place he was born. There he can heal until his powers have recovered. If Malos is allowed to restore himself,
the horrors of 5 centuries past will return.
Or worse still, Malos's goal is simple. He means to destroy humanity in its entirety.
Why would anyone desire that?
Perhaps he doesn't even need a reason. It seems to be a deep-seated drive. An instinct. As natural as breathing.
All of this is my responsibility.
Praetor Amalthus? Whatever do you mean?
It was none other than I who awakened Malos and unleashed him upon the world.
So, Your Eminence, the rumor that you were once Malos's driver is...
I never intended to obscure the truth. It is writ plain for all to see in history books. I was a fool. It was to prevent such foolishness that all passage to the World Tree was forbidden after the Aegis War. However, it has become apparent that the laws of men do not apply to Malos. The time may have come to lift that restriction.
Good. But isn't that also the objective of Torna? Because they want to go to Elysium for the Architect. So isn't that what they're doing, trying to push the buttons so
I appreciate this.
They get access to it?
Don't think you've earned my trust. But since Rex is going to Elysium, their paths are bound to cross. That's all.
I'm surprised. You seem so devoted to the boy.
It's for both our sakes. But you, Amalthus, who is it that you're living for?
Good question. Good question indeed. Morning, folks. You're looking a bit better slept than yesterday. Pretty much. Fan's state funeral is to be held today, is it not? Yeah, I think it was meant to be happening in Sior's Plaza, right outside of the sanctum. You'll be going, right, chum? Yes, it would be wrong for me not to. Sior's Plaza, very not far away. Time to go, quick, quick. Master Pun, so busy sometimes. Yes. Let's keep it as is for now. Well, I'm guessing let's go straight to the funeral. Unless there's something else here that we are allowed or must do. I cannot believe that Lady Fan has gone. When she appeared with your good selves the other day, I had no idea that such a thing could come to pass. Indeed, I still struggle to believe it. Yeah, me too. Mainly also because she didn't turn back into a blade. It's almost like he destroyed her core entirely. It does really look like that, doesn't it? The crack in her core.
I guess they did call her a goddess. The state funeral makes sense. Shouldn't you be with him?
He's a boy. Best not to bother them at times like this.
I expected you to be more clingy. You really are different from him.
Actually, letting him be was more her idea than mine.
Really? Pirates? Get out. So wait, you're saying you want to go be clingy or what?
I'll burn you.
I kid. Sheesh. It's weird though.
What is?
I mean, don't you think it's odd? Normally, if a blade or its driver dies, it'll just go back to being a core crystal. So why is Fan just dead?
I did wonder the same thing. There's only one way I know for a dead blade to keep its physical form. Remember Minoth? I mean Cole. He was a flesh eater.
Yeah.
But Fan wasn't a flesh eater. I can say that for sure.
What's that?
That's the shape of Fan's core crystal. Well, how it used to be.
But now it's a triangle.
Rex and I are quite a unique case, but this is different still.
How is it different?
If a blade shares its core with another, its shape changes in a uniform fashion. In our case, the center part went to Rex, and the outer part to us. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be a rule.
But Fan's isn't like that.
Exactly. It looks more like someone stole her core, doesn't it?
Could be. Maybe it's a way to control a blade or something. So it's not that the core is destroyed, it's just that it's not whole. And because it's not whole, it cannot go back to being an unopened core crystal? That was quite the grand funeral ceremony. It spoke volumes as to just how much Fan was loved by her people. The goddess of Indol won't be easy position to replace. Hey Rex, what are you going to do from here on out? Well, if we're going to reach the World Tree, we'll need the Praetor's help, but... Oh, Master Rex, there you are. Praetor Almalthus wishes to speak with you. He's waiting in the audience chamber. Oh, that's perfect timing then. Maybe he wants to talk about the World Tree? I'm afraid I cannot say. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get ourselves over to the audience chamber then. Alright, as always, let's have a little check to see if there's nothing else in this town. Doesn't seem like it. So let's keep on moving forward. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna ask us if we want to go to Elysium as representatives or something. Hey, for some reason I cannot forget the sight of Lady Fan's face as she gazed upon the tales of Alrest's creation. She looked so strangely melancholy, I can imagine what must have been going through her mind. Me neither. Maybe in some baser instinct she could remember being part of that, or being there. Well, maybe someday we'll find out. Maybe even in the DLC we have after we finish this game. Because it is about Torna in 500 years in the past, so we should be getting answers there of things we can get in here, or at least more explained. At least that's what I'm hoping. But, like always, there's only one way to find out, that is by first finishing Xenoblade 2, and then starting up with the DLC.
My apologies. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not really. What were you doing?
I was cleansing the core crystals. It markedly increases their resonance success rate. Bonding with a crystal carries certain risks, you understand.
I know.
When I became the driver of an Aegis, this power was awakened in me.
So, I might be able to do it too?
Who knows? Different people are cut out for different things.
Right, yeah.
Now then, my work is done for the day. Come with me.
Are we gonna have dinner with the Praetor?
A special envoy? To Tantal? Me?
Correct. Behold. As a salvager, I imagine you are already aware, but this is Alrest, the world we currently inhabit. We make our home on Titans, moving in circles around the world tree. And here lies the Great Void. This void came into being 500 years ago. It did not exist prior to that.
So I've heard. It's in our way anyway. It stopped us reaching the world tree.
The Great Void is carved from the Cloud Sea by a monstrous beast known as Ophion.
Wait, you mean that thing?
Yep, the thing that attacked us.
To be precise, it is an artifice, a servant of the Aegis.
Of Mithra?
So that thing is Mithra's. Then what did it attack us for? Doesn't make sense.
Ophion was felled in the ancient battle with Malos, sinking below the clouds.
So it shouldn't have been there in the first place.
This means someone must have revived it.
Correct.
And you're saying that someone was Zeke's home country, Tantal?
Yes. They gave Ophion one directive: to ensure that none approach the World Tree. They sought to prevent a repeat of the horrors of the Aegis War, so an obstacle was created, the Great Void.
How did they manage a feat like that?
As I've said, mankind is regressing. Only one artifact remains that can rescind Ophion's orders, and it lies in Tantal.
It's called the Omega Feta, and it's guarded by the royal family. I'll take you to it.
Good. Thank you,
I've
Zeke.
prepared your envoy documents already. Your quest is to set foot in Elysium, correct?
Yes.
Malos and his ilk will surely seek the Omega Feta for themselves. I would ask you to reach Elysium before they do, and inform me of what you find there. Do it as a favor for a once foolish old man.
Well, I
and
can
so
only
that
hope the
people may have
architect
a
is there.
future in this dying world.
So Zeke, you're going to guide us to Tantal, right? Sure am. But let's head back to our chambers before we talk about it. This isn't exactly the place for discussing stuff. Back to our room? Oh, got it. Right. That all went pretty nicely. So basically all we need to do is get to Tantal. To reach Elysium, we must first stop Ophion, the beast that carved the Great Void. And Ophion's directive was issued from Tantal, Zeke's homeland. I prepared envoy documents for you that you may enter as representatives of Indal. I entreat you to reach Elysium before Malos. Do it as a favor for once foolish old man. You are bound to Tantal, I believe? I trust that you will fulfill your duty as the Praetor's envoy. Remember, His Eminence has placed all his hope in you. I know, and we will not disappoint. At least we were not planning to. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna go to a room on the next episode, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a scene there explaining what we need to know in order to reach Tantal. But like I said, next time we're gonna do that, and after that we are going to go actually to Tantal. So we find a way to stop the serpent, which will definitely be interesting. And in between the episodes, as always, I will keep on building up our characters as far as we can go. So that will be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we trying to stop the Ophion. See you then. Bye bye.